Let's talk about a word you hear all the time: stocks. It gets thrown around constantly on the news, online, everywhere. But what does it actually mean to own one? Well, we're going to break it down.
Seriously, think about it. You hear the market's up, or a friend says, oh, I own some stock in that company. But what are you really holding? Is it just a number on a screen? What does it truly represent? That's exactly what we're going to clear up today.
And welcome to another explainer on investment basics. For this one, we're drawing from the expertise of Mr. Majid Butt. Now, he's got this really cool background as an accountant, a software programmer, and an investment researcher, which gives him a unique way of making these big financial ideas feel super simple and easy to grasp.
All right, let's get right to the heart of it. What is a stock when you strip away all the jargon? Okay, here's the simplest way to think about it. A stock is basically proof of ownership. Imagine a giant company is like a massive building made of millions of tiny little bricks. When you buy one share of stock, you're buying one of those bricks. You now own a tiny fractional piece of that whole company. It's your little slice of the business.
So that makes sense for us as investors, right? But why would a big company want to sell off little pieces of itself to thousands of people? Let's flip the coin and look at it from their side for a second.
It really just comes down to one main thing: raising money. Or, as they say in finance, raising capital. Think about it. If a company wants to build a huge new factory or launch some game-changing new product, they need a ton of cash. So selling off these tiny pieces, these stocks, is how they get that money from thousands of investors, including folks just like you.
Okay, now it gets just a little more detailed. Kind of like how there are different types of cars, not all stocks are exactly the same. But don't worry, there are really only two main categories you need to know about to get started. And those two types are common stock and preferred stock. The big difference between them really comes down to the rights they give you. Common stock, for instance, usually gives you voting power on big company decisions. Preferred stock, on the other hand, typically doesn't give you a vote, but it often means you get paid dividends first. For now, just remember those two main flavors exist.
Right. This brings us to maybe the most important question of all. We know what a stock is, and we know why companies sell them. But what's in it for you? Why should you even care about owning these tiny pieces of a company?
Well, why it matters to you boils down to this really powerful idea. Historically, stocks outperform most other investments over the long run. That one sentence is pretty much the foundation of long-term investing. It's the reason why owning stocks is seen as a strategic way to build wealth over time.
And here's a little visual of what that means. See that taller bar for stocks? That represents a historical trend. Over long periods, stocks have generally shown stronger growth compared to a lot of other options. Now, of course, past results don't guarantee future returns, but this potential for growth is exactly why stocks are such a big deal. So if this has sparked your interest and you're thinking you want to dive deeper, you can actually subscribe to Mr. Butt's membership. When you do, you get access to exclusive videos that do a deep dive into the financial analysis of public companies all around the world. Stuff you're not going to find available to everyone else.
So we'll leave you with this thought. A stock isn't just a symbol on a screen. It's a piece of a real business with real people and real products. So now that you know that, what's the first company that pops into your head? Thinking about it that way, well, that's the first step to connecting the stock market to the world you see every day. Thanks for watching.